She's making her mark on stage, and hers promises to be a major career in the making again. You'll meet her and learn about a local honor coming her way next on Perspectives. Wes Craven's died recently, but his work and his concepts live on. As a matter of fact, I suspect some of his ongoing work can be found living quietly right here, and of all places, Oklahoma. Now, for those of you not familiar with his work, Wes Craven gave us horror, real horror in motion pictures. A friend of mine wrote Wes Craven's biography. John Woolley said in a recent Tulsa World interview that Craven used an innovative technique referred to as rubber reality, which brought the terror closer to the viewer than ever before. John went on to talk about a scene in 1984's Nightmare on Elm Street, in which the camera pans down a hallway in a high school with youngsters going back and forth to classes, and there's a goat standing by a locker with nobody paying any attention. John said it was exactly the kind of thing you'd see in a dream, and he and I have talked about this on occasion, but John, being one of the most creative men I've ever known, was nowhere around when I encountered what could be Wes Craven's work unfolding right here in Tulsa. Now, you already know that our streets are nothing to be proud of, and the city seems to be playing catch-up in an effort to bring streets to a passable level. To do this, they begin with the orange and white barrels and posts, effectively blocking one and sometimes two lanes of traffic. Even though the city claims to have made advanced announcements, the interruption in traffic flow always seems to catch me by surprise, the exception being Riverside Drive. That little project got more advance notice than the second coming, so I was ready when the barrels and posts and barriers all went up. But all over town, it seems to be impossible to avoid a major street that doesn't have a trainload of orange and white barrels and posts. And I noticed that after a while, drivers have come to expect them to show up without warning. As a matter of fact, they don't seem to be at all surprised when the street they drove home on last night is altered in some way by morning. And as a result, well, they're driving with what seems to be acceptance of the unexpected. Which brings me to the point. Rubber reality has come to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Wes Craven's would be proud. Just like in a dream, the unexpected barrels and posts aren't given a second thought by drivers, just trying to go from one place to another. They don't even pay attention to them anymore. It's now a case of simply point your vehicle, find an opening, slow down, and go. And speaking of go, what happens to all those orange and white barrels and posts after a street project is finished? We think they're picked up by trucks and carted off somewhere out there, but where does one store them all? Maybe they aren't stored. Maybe they're just part of rubber reality and simply go away until the next nightmare of trying to drive in Tulsa comes around. Or maybe, just like in Walt Disney's Fantasia, the old magician comes back in just the nick of time, and all the brooms carrying buckets of water that Mickey Mouse put to work doing his job simply disappear with a wave of the magician's finger. Wes Craven, Walt Disney, what have you done to our town? That's my perspective. Coming up, she's taken on a role that's never easy. Producer of an exciting stage show is just one of her roles, and you'll meet her and learn more when we come back.